Hey everyone, traders, friends, and family, welcome to statistically my most profitable day of the week. That's why I spell it Winsday, W-I-N-S-D-A-Y. Let's hop into some stocks that you requested and that I think might be moving, look at some analysis, talk about them, and enrich lives together. You rock. I'll see you in the video. Hey traders from around the world, what is going on? You know who it is and what time it is. It's Jerremy Newsome with your Wednesday real life stock review. You know it, crushing another win on the day. That's why we're spelling it with an I, and I am pumped up. I am back in Nashville, Tennessee. Pretty excited about that. Always wonderful to be here in home trading. Here's the SPY, and for the weekly options newsletter that goes out every single Tuesday, we are in on some SPY puts. We'll see if that works out or not. I don't know if it will, but looking at this candle, it looks like there's a chance, especially if we make a new low. If we take out the low of these 2 days, it could go a little bit lower, and that one has a possibility of working over the next few days. So we'll see. But overall, I mean, obvious fade, right? All-time high candle on June the 20th. So just hanging out, doing its thing. Have a lot of stocks to review today, which is brilliant. So let's go get started with Snapchat. A lot of traders looking at playing Snapchat, and I did miss the pullback on this one. It broke out, you can see, on the 4th of June with pretty much a Maribozu candle. And by pretty much, I mean it was a Maribozu candle. June 4th, 10 out of 10. On the bullishness scale, had a little bit of a retest over these 2 days and then just continued higher. Nice dip buying opportunity on the 17th of June. And Snapchat, surprisingly enough, just going a little bit higher. So right now, yeah, big breakout on Snapchat. Really taking out some resistances, and the 100 simple on a weekly got broken out of. So realistically, at this point, if you're playing Snapchat, I would have to agree that it is in a dip buying opportunity. Caesars Entertainment, CZR. So I have a trader who's looking at playing CZR just like this. And I do like the setup, although I can't wait for it to trade sideways a little bit longer because it was up 14-15% on the gap on June 21st. So you do have some high wave candles in here, which are nice. And here's the hourly chart, which is also nice. So if it breaks out higher, that's totally fine. Just be in and out of this one relatively quickly because there will be a lot of people taking in their profits on Caesars Entertainment. You can also see here on the weekly chart, you had 3 weeks of buying in a row. So this little gap up, it is nice. It is pretty. You know, you are above a lot of the moving averages. Here's the monthly chart. In the monthly chart, you know, it does look good. There's some buy low, sell high opportunities. You're above all the moving averages. So everything looks bullish. It's just really high. So I like to try to buy it as low as possible after a stock makes a move like this. So something like that would be great on Caesars. And if it doesn't do that and it keeps pressing higher and breaks out, then, you know, be bullish. Next on the list is Shopify. Tons of people asking about Shopify. Ladies and gentlemen, Shopify was just way too high. Really massively bullish trend, just going banana sandwich. And it just needed to pull back. So I'm glad that it is. And this one, a one black crow on a weekly chart so far. My limit buy on Shopify is around 220. I don't know if it's actually going to pull back to that price, and it probably doesn't. But if it does, that would be really nice. At this structure and juncture, we'll see what it does. I mean, this is a good level right here for Shopify to pull back into and kind of bounce. You can see the lows of these two candles are almost the exact same. So very strong trend on Shopify, and I would just like it to distribute a little bit at this particular point in time. So if you're planning on Shopify, I wouldn't do it as a swing trade unless it's a very quick, like you're really zooming in and playing it on a small time frame, you know, hourly chart, maybe something like that. If it gaps up above 292 or 296, maybe you could play it for a quick little bullish trade. But realistically, just need to buy the dip on this one, but longer term because it's just so magnificently high. It's already hit a lot of my targets for the year, and it's just an incredible, incredible mover. Love it. We'll see what it does. My buddy Bob has a put sale at 210 for October, and that means he does not mind buying shares at all at 210, and I can't really argue with him on that. That would be a great spot to buy the dip on Shopify if we get a pullback that low. Had another trader mention that STNG might be a good breakout opportunity, and I agree. Scorpio tankers. Look at this weekly chart. So the weekly chart looking toasty. Good volume, nice little wave rotation, probably some kind of wave 4, working on a wave 5 right now. Monthly time frame, you got a ways to go until you hit the 50 EMA. And the weekly chart as well, long-term moving averages, you're above the 100. Daily chart looks good, you're above all moving averages there. This is a retest gap, but it's a nice one. So if I was looking at playing ST and G, I'd probably have some type of setup like this to see if I could catch a pullback on it with a stop loss kind of below these levels and buy the dip, because right now ST and G does look kind of nice. Beyond Meat was the wonderful bullish retest gap today. Beyond Meat still making magic happen. And what was ironic is the last time I mentioned Beyond Meat was over here. I was like, hey guys, if you want to buy, just buy a few shares, have some positions in it, just so that maybe buying 5 or 6 shares. Nothing crazy, but just enough to make a little bit if it does move in your direction and you can pay for some of your grilling habits over the summer. That did work out very well, and guess what? It gave you another shot to do that on the 24th, 25th, or even today. Look at this majestic retest gap on Beyond Meat. This was so pretty. Pulls right into, you guessed it, the 10 EMA on the 5-minute chart. If you're playing a retest gap, that's what you're waiting for. So going bullish around here, somewhere on Beyond Meat, getting out around here on Beyond Meat would have actually fared very well. I did not take that trade. In fact, the only trade I took today was Alibaba. And here's how I played Alibaba. So I still actually have the chart set up, and a few of you have already received this text message because I've been really excited about this trade. I think this was a great trade on Baba, but just a classic bullish gap and go. Nothing too crazy or insane on this one, just really beautiful. The volume on Alibaba actually increased. So you had an increase in volume on the previous day, which was Tuesday. Not only did the volume increase, but the candle also made a lower low and a lower high. So we had a little bit of a pattern, and this was an S-curve. So a bullish gap and go completing an S-curve pattern. I love it when those all come together. Beautiful setup on Baba. And this was the post on Alibaba. Let me just kind of scroll up over here. This was it right here, 8:33 a.m. And again, 19 replies. So a lot of people keeping a very close eye on this one, but this was it. Just buying the dip, 168.64. Once that 3-minute candle came in, you can see that massive amount of volume, a little bit of a consolidation pattern. I did not know if that trade was going to work, but I just simply said, hey, I'm going to buy the dip on a 3-minute chart. Got lucky, and it did fill. If you look at it on a 3-minute time frame, here's Alibaba. Again, just a wonderful, wonderful gap. Here's the 3-minute time frame, and there it was. There's the pullback right there. Stop $1 away. Beautiful run up. Nice move on Baba. That was the winner for the day for me. And Micron Technology was the winner of the day for many other people. Here's the daily chart, and you had a beautiful bullish gap and go today. All kinds of people trapped. This purple line that says target was just so that I would know where the 50 EMA was, just in case. So on the 5-minute chart, you can see the very first 5-minute candle obviously just broke through that. Really nice move and just clobbered it. This was a very easy setup though on Micron Technology. Again, I did not personally play this one, mostly because I just can't be in everything. So, Alibaba was a gap and go, Micron was a gap and go, Intel was a gap and go, NVDA was a gap and go. They were all gap and goes. They were all perfect, all wonderful, all incredible. And so my thought process was, I'm going to take one of these and hope to make some money. So that was it. And with Micron Technology, the high of this candle, 36.15, 36.15, 36.13, 36.14, right? That was the resistance. And this purple line was the 50 EMA. So you would have just simply done a buy the dip. Buy off of old resistance, which was here and here, new support right there. Low of this candle, 36.10. The easiest setup I've ever seen on any chart in my life. Breakout, retest of the pre-market high. That's where you're getting in. Stop loss would have been down here somewhere. Exiting right here somewhere, that new high. Killer, killer trade. And the cool part is Robert Falco, aka Dr. Falconium, actually shorted Micron after it was up like, I don't know, 15, 16%. Got him bearish there, stop loss was there, and exited right there for 1R. Why did he take an R on it? Simply because it was a very bullish gap, and he knew that it wasn't going to fade that far. So you want to take a quick little reversal, make a small gain, and lock in his R. So Falco, great trade on Micron, beautiful bullish gap and go, solid little move on that one. And I'll be keeping a very close eye on Micron to hopefully go a little bit higher. Got a few left on the list. Here is UNG. And UNG, my buddy Jay Berman is in this trade. He set up 1942 by 911. UNG, this is the ETF, and you can see that it did make a brand new low. So here's the weekly chart. Took out this support at 2058 and just crushing. So it is in a bearish trend right now, although I really do like this buy low location. If it's going to bounce, this would be a good spot. And here's the hourly chart. Hourly chart hanging out, getting a little bit of a spike right about now on the pullback, but eventually I think Jay will be able to take his stop and probably put it here to lose less than an R. But this is a little bit of a double bottom on it, a little bit of a breakout, nice little retest, and we'll see if it pops higher. It may or may not, I don't entirely know, but based on the daily time frame, you had a good gap. This candle here on June 24th did close above the high of the June 20th candle, so that's nice. So anyway, if it continues and breaks over the next 2 to 3 days, go get it, Jay. Speaking of Jay, he also had a trade set up on GLD. I wonder where the gold's at. Show me the gold. And right now, the gold has been rocket shipping. So Jay is in bullish up here at 1317 with a stop at 131.95. Playing it on an hourly chart. Here's the extended hours chart, and here's the non-extended hours chart. So it's up a little bit. It's definitely quite high on GLD. So we'll see if the moving averages can kind of catch up and eventually press this thing higher. But what is very interesting to note, ladies and gentlemen, is gold. Gold is breaking out. This is the breakout on gold. It's here. So if you've been waiting for that, it's happening right in front of your face. Feel free to look to buy a dip if it pulls back to about 129 and some change, which I think at some point it shall. I don't personally own any gold ETF, GLD, but I do own some physical gold, and I would love for this to go higher. I mean, long term, I have no problem, qualms, or issues with gold going up. That's totally fine and looks really good. Speaking of gold, here's digital gold. Hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag Moon Lambo. This thing is getting redonkulous. Unbelievable. Here it is. Can't bet on Bitcoin going short. I never do. This thing is going berserk mode. I did sell most of my position finally at 12, all 12s. I'll be buying the next dip on Bitcoin, but it is at 13,000 and some change right now. Feeling good about that. And Ethereum, not quite hitting my target at 358, but I'm about to bump that up actually any second now, because if it breaks through this resistance, it's just going to keep going. So really, really wild stuff. To see how strong this market is right now is kind of incredible. Anyway, I'm going to go update that target. Ladies and gentlemen, you're amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in to your Wednesday real-life stock review. Straight up printing money all across the board. Loving it. June was an incredible month. I hope it was wonderful for you. 2 more days left in the month, and then July. A lot of greatness happening that month as well. I'll see you then. And until then, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye. Boom, that's it. Wednesday stock review wrapped up, delivered for you. Thank you for watching. Make sure to click that subscribe button because I do this 3 times every single week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I have more coming next week. I have so much content, and I want you to check out this video right here because if you like this one, you'll love that one. You rock.